I was sitting here thinking about Newcastle United's recruitment, and the talent identification is actually pretty good. The reason why I start thinking about this is because Aston Villa are showing ambition. Look at the recruitment they made in January. Now they've given themselves an extra 5 to 10% of finishing in top 5. This is what Newcastle United should have done. Then it got us thinking about previous transfers that were never got over the line, and would they be a good fit? Now I've got no worries the next time Newcastle United identify a player, because when you look at the balance of our transfers, the majority of them have been hits. Now I'm not talking about the Isaks, the Sven Botmans, the Lewis Halls, the Tonalis, the Tino, Brunos. They've all been exceptional. Anthony Gordon's another that I've missed off the list, but we haven't had a field signing in a long time. I think that probably the only one that hasn't hit the heights we expected or delivered is probably Harvey Barnes. But even William Masula is starting to show great potential, and he's got the profile that Eddie Howe just loves. So I thought, why don't I have a look back at some of the transfers that we didn't get over the line, but we were rumored to be interested in, and how they're faring now. Look at Hugo Ekitiké. He's been exceptional for Eintracht Frankfurt this season. 17 goals, 6 assists in 31 games. We scouted him before his PSG days. Now, we chose PSG over Newcastle United. I don't hold that against him because he was a fan of PSG going up. So I don't think we should hold a grudge against him for picking PSG over Newcastle, because if you had the opportunity as a footballer to play for your boyhood club in a country that you grew up in, or going to somewhere in the Bundesliga, of course you're going to choose Newcastle United, and that's what he did. So I don't blame him. But if you look at his profile, he's been excellent. Sharp finisher, great anticipation, excellent box instincts. He's got good ball striking ability. He can finish first time. He's got delicate touch to set him up to finish the second time. He's got sharp reactions, good agility to adjust his position, to have improvised finishes. He's an excellent ball carrier. He's good in transition moments. He's got good ball retention in tight spaces. He's an excellent mover off the ball, and he's got speed, ball manipulation, agility, flair. It's all the tools that Eddie Howe loves. And what I'm trying to get at is these types of players would fit Eddie Howe's system. So our ability to spot a player or find a player to thrive in Eddie Howe's system is actually very good. But it doesn't stop there. It's not just a Hugo Ekitike. Anthony Elanga is somebody that we've been heavily interested in for a long time, even while he was at Man United. 3 goals, 8 assists in 24 games this season for Nottingham Forest, and he's frightening in transition moments. He offers versatility. He can play on the left and the right. He's got an excellent step count when he's dribbling, and he's got an explosive change of direction and speed. Everything Eddie Howe looks for in a winger. And what's one thing good about Eddie Howe's system and our style is intensity, and we're frightening in transitions. And that's exactly what Anthony Elanga brings. A direct winger. He's got flair. He can play on either wings. He can cut in when he's playing on the left, or he's got this straight line running speed to be dangerous from the right. And it's proven this season his decision making is vastly improving. Now moving on, Joao Pedro is another. We were linked to him. It was either us or Brighton. He went to Brighton. 25 goals, 8 assists in 59 games in all competitions for Brighton. His versatility to operate in different positions in the forward line. He's quick, he's bright with exceptional movement. He possesses a key eye for a pass. He can score goals, and he can also dribble past players with ease. Again, another player that would be exceptional in Eddie Howe's system. A good mover off the ball. He's technically gifted, and he can score and he can create. And over these past few years, he's actually been one of Brighton's most consistent and best players, helping them move up in the league every single season and also qualify for Europe. I actually think if he came to St James's Park, he would be a fan's favourite. So what I'm trying to say is our player identification and scouting is actually brilliant, but we need to be better and more brave with our approach. Our ability to negotiate and finalise deals has been abysmal. And even when you look back, Yankuba Minta was a brilliant signing. He fit the mould of an Eddie Howe system. Speed, ridiculous amounts of speed, excellent in transition moments, constant threat in the final third just because of his presence, what he brings, that speed, that ferociousness. But yeah, we had to sell him because of PSR rules, which I understand, but I kind of feel like we're using PSR as an excuse. Look at Aston Villa. They've showed unbelievable ambition in this window, and even if they don't make Champions League or top 5, they can turn around and say we'll give it a good go. So I truly believe we're using PSR rules as an excuse excuse not to sign anybody. We need to be more creative, maybe a loan with an option to buy, find some hidden gems out there, because our starting 11 is unbelievable. It's a match for anybody, but if we just add a couple of extra bits into our squad depth, that could be the difference from finishing 6th to 5th. And then once you finish 5th, that gets you Champions League football, and it strengthens your case in the summer windows. So instead of waiting for the summer transfer window, we should have done something in the January transfer window, because it would have put you in a better position for the summer window. Does that make sense? But I kind of feel like we're reluctant to sign anybody without any experience. What Newcastle want to do is sign young players between the age of 19 and 24 with a vast amount of top flight experience, which I understand, because you don't want that complete rawness. There's a lot of rawness in some players, but you don't want complete rawness. You want a little bit of experience. But look at Dean Huijsen at Bournemouth. We were interested in him, and I truly believe we were reluctant to sign him because he hadn't played much top flight football. He'd represented Roma and Juve, but he didn't have near anywhere the amount of games as Anthony Gordon or Alexander Isak, Sandro Tonali or Bruno. So I kind of feel like when we scout a player, when we find a player that we really, really want, just put more trust in them. But I want to know how you guys feel about it, because me personally, I think our recruitment's good. Our ability to spot a talent, to identify players, to fit Eddie Howe's system, because football's all built on profiles and systems. You can sign the biggest name, but if he's not the right player for your system, it's never going to work out. You can sign a nobody, but if he's the right player for your system, you've got more of a chance of it working out. So I kind of feel like our ability to identify players is very good, but our ability to negotiate in the transfer market is really poor. Probably one of the poorest in the Premier League. But I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. Kind of feel like next time we get linked with somebody that you've never heard of, just trust in it. Have a little bit of trust. But let me know in the comments below what you make of our transfer window, and do you agree with me there or do you disagree? Let me know in the comments below. But until next time, away the lads.